those of us who are connected to God, we need to know that everything has a set time for us. God has set everything. He's ordained everything. Everything He's kept a season over our lives. When you're connected to God, when you're in the will and the plan of God, you don't need to be afraid or fearful. You just need to understand that God works everything for our good, and in His perfect time, He accomplishes what He has over our lives. When we open to Luke chapter 13, verse 31 onwards, we read, "On that very day some Pharisees came, saying to Him," that is to Jesus, "Get out and depart from here, for Herod wants to kill you." And He said to them, "Go tell that fox, behold, I cast out demons and perform cures today and tomorrow, and the third day I shall be perfected. Nevertheless, I must journey today, tomorrow, and the day following, for it cannot be that a prophet should perish outside of Jerusalem." What we see is when the Pharisees come and tell Jesus that Herod wants to kill him, to get out of this place, Jesus was not afraid. Jesus did not run away. He knew that his Father, that God had an ordained time. God had set everything in His timing, in His season. And that's why as long as we are connected to God and obeying God, we don't need to be afraid. Even we see when a group of people, a crowd gathered around Jesus and wanted to stone Him or throw Him off that cliff, Jesus just walked past by them. They could not do anything to Him. Why? Because He was in the will of the Father. He was in the will of His Father. When you and I are following God, when you and I are connected to God, we need to understand that for everything there is a season in our life. We don't need to be afraid of circumstances. Nothing can destroy you or touch you without the permission of God. Nothing can take you away before God's ordained time. We read in Ecclesiastes in chapter 3 verse 1, it says, "To everything there is a season." In the Message version it says, "A right time for everything on earth." There is a right time for everything on earth. You see, God has planned it all for you. You just need to rest in God. Know for sure that nothing can harm you or touch you or take you before your time. If you are abiding in God, you don't need to be afraid. Just keep continuing walking in the will of God, walking in obedience to God, and know for sure that you will see what God has spoken accomplished in your life. Jesus spoke about today, tomorrow. He spoke, if you read that scripture, He says, "Go tell that fox." He was not afraid to talk. You see, He was not afraid of man. "Behold, I cast out demons and perform cures today and tomorrow, and the third day I shall be perfected." You see, what He's saying is, I will do the work of my Father today, tomorrow, and at the right time, when I need to go or when I need to die, I will die. Nobody can take it before what God has planned. I want to tell you who's watching also, rest in God, obey Him, and nothing can take you or touch you without the will of God. In His season and in His time, everything will happen in your life. God bless you.